Hey guys, so if you have not been living under a rock, you probably heard about the Baltimore police who planted evidence in a backyard to hook up a heroin dealer on drug charges. And all I have to say is that is so flipping ridiculous. I'm so pissed off about this because you know what? The police already have an image problem in Baltimore alone, and that's just totally inflammatory. There's like not anything that you could do to make an excuse for that. And yet, to make it even worse, who comes to the aid of these really low-life officers but the police commissioner?
I'm not saying that there was a recreation of the discovery of the drugs. And I want to be careful not to say anything because our investigation has to take its toll. But it's certainly a possibility that we're looking into.
He comes out with an excuse, the possibility that the police were recreating a scene for documentation purposes is something that we're looking into. I'm not saying that's what they did, but it's something we're certainly looking into.
I'm good, check here.
Are you flipping kidding me?
I'm good, check here.
That is so not true. Okay, let's just say hypothetically that the police officers really were trying to recreate the scene for documentation purposes. How on earth is anyone going to ever buy that? If you already have an image problem in your community, no one's going to buy that that's what you were doing. So just don't do it. You have to actually think about the community and how you're perceived. And since they have a scathing review from the federal government already because of actions that they performed in their community, there's no way that any decent, hardworking, responsible, and caring officer would ever do something so low as to stage evidence for the benefit of the community. Like, that's just beyond reasonable. We need better officers, and I really hope that these officers are let go, because it's just completely uncalled for. And for any officer out there that thinks that people in their community will support them, I really hope that, I really just hope that people don't support them. People will come up with a million excuses to support police. And I'm the wife of a police officer, and I think that this is really low. And we need to eradicate these types of officers. We need to have people in leadership, unlike the police commissioner in Baltimore, who are actually going to support the good officers and call out the officers who are doing bad in the community. There are plenty of examples of good officers in communities, whether it's Baltimore or somewhere in Florida or here in Boise, Idaho, where I am, that they're like really good people, phenomenal people, and they're doing really good works in the community, and they are doing the job because they care about you and they care about your family and your kids. And it's just, you should be pissed off. If you are pro-police, like I am pro-police, you should be pissed off that there's 3 officers standing around. There were 3 officers standing around watching him do this. They watched him do this, and nobody came out and said, this is a bunch of crap. This is not the kind of police officer that I want to be. None of them said that. And then once they got hooked up, and once that camera was recording and that evidence got sent to the defense attorney, then it comes to light. And who defends them but the police commissioner?
Replaced drugs that they had already discovered in order to document their discovery.
And you should be pissed off, And I'm pissed off, and it's completely uncalled for. The 3 officers need to go, and that police commissioner needs to go. Because he obviously is not setting an example within that police department of what is just and called for. And it's just, I've had it. I have had it with that kind of crap. I'm so sick of people calling out police officers for being bad when they are actually good. And this is an example of a police officer, a group of police officers doing the wrong thing. They're doing the wrong thing. And we need to call them out for it. Because we need people to not look at police officers in a negative light. So when you're actually doing something really crappy in your community, you're affecting your community, you're affecting everyone in that department, the whole department is going to be looked at with loathing eyes because of this. And so any good officer out there, when you see these other officers acting this way, you should have a place to go to report it. And obviously, that is not up the chain of commands in Baltimore to the police commissioner, because he's clearly not a responsible and ethical person representing that department. That's really all I have today. Obviously, I'm really worked up over this. It makes me just sick to my stomach, and you should be really pissed off too. It's just totally uncalled for. Okay, guys, now I'm out. I'm done. I'm gonna go grocery shopping, and I'm totally worked up for my weekend. So I hope I can calm down. Anyway. If you have any comments, please keep them relatively clean and share your opinion. I'm totally open to hearing it. If you think I'm totally uncalled for and calling out the cops, just let me know. I'm the wife of a police officer. I have an opinion. I care about the communities, and I really just want to see officers represented in good light, and I don't think that that's happening in Baltimore. And I don't think that it's happening because they're not doing good things right there.